Hello, one hello all. Welcome back to Willis Greedia Weekend Live. I come to you as always as Charles, otherwise known as CP. You aren't. I'm. The theme of tonight is whatever this color blue is, because it's just taking the blue and making it like electric. Before you ask, it is a Breaking Bad slash Peanuts hybrid shirt. So there. Um, yeah, there's a couple of things that I wanted to discuss. If you missed show business, you got a hybrid of sorts with Bob and I over on the Fandom Initiative, which was on Wednesday? Was it on Wednesday this week? Sometimes they're Wednesday, sometimes they're Thursday. But they're both there. It's up now on either Organized Chaos or Actual Fandom, and at some point the Fandom Initiative. Um, the first announcement is that there's some personal stuff going on behind the scenes in regards to show business. Uh, Fuego is going back to school. We got lucky with him last time. His schedule has just been ridiculous and gets worse. So for the foreseeable future, if we do a show business show and you see Fuego, consider it a miracle. Unless, of course, school is out, then I would hope we'd get him in for a couple. Um, Otherwise, there's a bunch of outside the realm of our control business going on that is preventing us from doing show business. Is that a train or a plane? When I can hear something through my headphones at midnight 10 a.m., I kind of get concerned. Um, I haven't really figured out, and I haven't gotten with the gang as to what the steps moving forward are. Yeah, to say that at the very bare bones, I don't know if you can see it behind me here. There's a lot of rearranging and diluting of content from my house, not content, belongings, and just a lot of instability in regards to when I can be around, when I can't be around, when I can stick around for an hour and just like set time aside. So without even discussing anybody else, my time has been weird, which has actually been why I've been on a bit of a pre-recorded basis with the Phantom Initiative. But there are plenty of alumni from show business where if we decide to resort to like pre-recorded or maybe like tight 20-minute just here's the numbers, so on and so forth, then that's how we'll do it. But I had so much insecurity in the fact that I'd be able to stream that I canceled my Melon account. Melon is who I was using to stream, which is why you can see this. I'm doing it for free. Thank you, StreamYard. I don't know what the fuck a duck has to do with streaming. Maybe a duck is like swimming in like, but I don't know. Smile is good. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. 2023 for film so far has been rough. Um, for those of you who haven't kept up with me, I'm finally stayed put. I kept it a secret as good as I could, I think. Some people knew, uh, some people didn't. Some people right up to when I was on, Instagram posting pictures from Georgia, people were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What else is in Georgia, guys?" Then there was the post where we were walking out of Scream 6, Cody and I, and, um, some of you didn't understand perspective, and some of you think that I'm like 3 feet tall because Cody, who is I think he's 6'1", 6'2", was filming from his left and I was to his right, and, a considerable, 6 to 8 feet distance away from him, so from a high angle and with me, like, not exactly next to him, yeah, of course, it's called perspective, vanishing point, things like that. Yeah, I looked shorter. I am shorter, but, patrons and channel members know that we we made good on that. Also, there is a 2-hour Scream 6 spoiler discussion between Cody and I, as well as, a vlog which I have put together a piece of, and that will be going up later this week. Content is gonna be coming up from this camera because, again, the CP's constantly in a state of moving factor, even though he's a hermit who only, um, leaves the house to go to England and Georgia. I'm a really bad agoraphobic, especially in the winter of 2023. But, I think I th don't think I'm traveling much more. I don't think. I never plan to travel, first of all, uh, without some sort of, finality, or at least the next thing being the idea. Um, uh, Sean, I saw your updated patronage. Thank you, Sean. Sean, please. You're a heavy supporter. I appreciate it. You don't have to. The vanilla Coke's flowing, and it's all. If you'd like me to, I'll name a tier after you. TikTok, what what? TikTok going on what you kids TikTok, oh, TikTok's going. I didn't know that. Scream 5 is good, and I believe Scream 6 is better, but I don't think CP agrees with that. Yeah, that's pretty fair to say that. Scream 6 absolutely falls apart in the 3rd act. I still the one person who's with me live and always requests who would like that content. Yeah, yeah, you've got a brand new Bedeviled who would like that video. Yeah, chew that up. Um, I don't know what's next. See, I've had Dogtooth, like, in my back pocket for forever, and the problem with that is some of the gags were shot at our old apartment, and, uh, for consistency, for the sake of the gag, I I can't make it make sense. This is what happens when you put comedy in a stupid movie review. Kept it a secret pretty well, says the guy who literally used "The Devil Went Down to Georgia" on Twitter. Well, I could have just been singing a song or posting a song, excuse me. If you're short by comparison of Cody, then I'm fucked. Ew. Is that a height? Is that a measurement of height? Fucked? I enjoyed Scream 6, 3rd best one in my opinion. Where were you for the 3rd act? Dude, JDev, are you one of our patrons? Are you one of our channel members or something? You need to watch us talk about the spoiler. We go back and forth for over 2 hours. I'm I'm not trying to like say you're crazy. If you enjoy it, fucking awesome. Like seriously awesome. You know that I don't really hold like film opinions like that. Brian and I yell at each other at least once a year, and we still manage to get together for Thanksgiving. So I'm not trying to make you feel bad about your opinion. I'm just dying to know what in that movie you've allowed to um, slide past suspension of disbelief without giving anything away. Will Emily be coming back to the US where you are, or is she staying in the UK? Um, there is probably a 4 out of 5 chance that I go to the UK. Um, the only reason she would come back here and we would stay here, um, would be ease, because she's already 3/4 of the way done to being a green card citizen, and, like, I've now that everything's open again in the city, uh, if I were to bust my ass a little bit and, I've been seeing a therapist, so I'm trying to, and I flew twice this year. It's just my anxiety was a little shit. Cody can vouch for the fact that at least a day and a half or so that I think I slept to compensate for the uh, uh, anxiety that I felt the 2 days before. All the outside and movie theater and bad movies and all of that, I kinda crashed on Saturday. For hello, hello. Maybe not. Well, yeah. TikTok, you mean? Sure. For who would like that, may I suggest a forbidden zone? Um, am I it seems like this week especially, a lot of people have suggested who would like that. Um, it's possible there's a swerve in what happened in the 3rd act, and it will be explained in the next Scream movie, and if it doesn't, does that mean your appreciation of this movie takes a shit? Because 'Cause I'm just judging what's in front of me, and I foolishly did the same thing with Halloween Kills and the version I saw. Ooh. Oh, Marcy, 17 Danish krone. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick. Yes, of course. Uh, very, very big loss as far as film is concerned. A rather underrated character actor that you don't realize just how much that actor is in. And good morning to you and chat. What is it? It's we gained an hour, so what is it? 6 a.m., 6:22 a.m. in Denmark? Or did you gain one as well? And it's 7:22? It's either 5, 6, or 7:22 a.m. in Denmark. Or 4 or 3 or 8 or 9. It's one of those. Fucked is a form of measurement. Anything 6, 5, 6 and under. Oh, I am not fucked. I am unfucked. I watched a good portion of it. Okay. Yeah, you're fucked? No, you're not. I've been with you, Felix. I mean, I've stood next to you, Felix. Ooh, close one. Uh, you're not shorter than 5'6", are you? No, you're like here. Whatever. Whatever I am to Cody, Felix, you are to me. And I am not going to announce my eligibility to uh, relief pitch for the New York Mets this year. I didn't make weight, uh, although there is still a chance for September call-ups if it's relevant that they'll take me. Um, I I'd be better off as a catcher. Throwing the ball is not something you want me to do. You wanna win games, and I wouldn't blow saves, you would just expect the game to be over if I came in. CP will be happy to know that CP happy now to after a rewatch a few weeks ago, Jason Lives is now my favorite Friday movie. I am happy. That's one more for the good guy. I'm still 5'9" or 5'10", 16 years old, but old boy, my doctor says I would stop growing when I reached 6'1" or 6'2". Still pretty tall. England, for some reason, they all like cap out at 5'8". It's kind of funny. I mean, not all of them, but like average Americans are like, 5'10", 6'1", 6'2", somewhere between that. And average Brits, it's like 3 or 4 inches shorter for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is about. Because the Brits used to kinda run the world for a little bit. Well, not, not Genghis Khan type run the world, but they had their fingers in quite a few bowls of soup, if you know what I'm saying. You know what, Alonso? I was thinking the same thing, and I actually, if I could ever just no, I was gonna say I don't wanna tease content that I will never get around to, but I agree. I wonder what Wes Craven would think of Scream 6 5 and 6. He would appreciate Scream 5, I would think. Um, they need to stop. They need to stop referencing that, well, if it's a movie, but da 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 da, we it's a reboot-quel. No, you're a new batch of people. Stop doing that shit. And fucking not in the Scream world, all film students are fucking murderers. Apparently, all film school kids really like horror and really like emulating stabbing and shit. And none of them are pretentious about Star Wars and make hour-long videos about that shit. Like I really wish like with YouTube, Scream has such a wide open opportunity to embrace what the world is today the way 1996's Scream did. And they kind of cock teased it a little bit in the opening in the prologue of 6, and then they just stopped doing the whole cell phone thing. Do you do internet stuff? Have YouTubers, I mean, sure, you're taking a page out of, whatever that Skype movie was, but, um, I'm not saying do a fucking like a found footage, don't deviate from the slasher completely, but, adapt. I say that as somebody who, really appreciated I went and saw that in the theater when I was a kid. Um, adapt to the times. You are the franchise that basically made it so that we had mainstream slashers again. So, you're kinda getting old. You're kinda getting old there, Scream. Time to do something different. Trust me, CP, if I stood beside you, you'd be a titan. Whoa. And Cody would be an absolute giant. 3 inches, like, are you even 5 foot, Dice? You look like 3, 4, 5. It is funny how, on YouTube, all you see is, like, Emily and I, when we first met, we were like, "Hey, legs, you have legs. That's crazy." And I didn't expect Emily to be as short as she was, and she didn't expect me to be as tall as I was. I remember her saying something like she was shocked at, uh, what my legs looked like in a video. Me and Dennis did a something. I think we were walking through, uh, uh, Bilka, and, she was like, "I was surprised at what your legs look like." And I was like, "I had pants on. What the fuck legs look like?" To be precise, my height is 177 centimeters, and I should reach 185 centimeters, 188 centimeters when I'm stopped growing. Yeah, I don't speak Chinese. I don't know what all that stuff is over there. Metric system? What are you doing with all that? Cody is either 6'1" or 6'2". I think I think it's said in that little snippet. He's definitely taller than 6'1" because I'm 5'10" and a half, 5'11". It all depends on what shoes I'm wearing. My spine is making me shorter. My biggest issue with Scream 6 is the amount of plot armor for certain characters. That and how they did a poor job at hiding who the killers were because of a particular performance. No comment. 5'4" is not bad. I'm just a fleshlight taller than you, that's all. All the Scream movies have a lot of plot armor, though. Yeah, but the motivation gets thinner and thinner. Like Scream 4, there was jealousy, and, um, Ms. Roberts, her character, you could tell, like, that was you could buy that. Um, Scream 5, you can kind of get it, especially with, like, the one meta nature that Scream is kind of good at commenting on is the, like, culture of wanting to be a celebrity, and, uh, you know, it's weird that Go-Face, just somebody running with a face, Ghostface is so iconic because it's just a fucking mask, and I remember in the '90s, it was like, fuck, dollar store Hot Topic mask, what is that about? And here it is, this iconic killer, and it's like, yeah, there's fucking 9 different people that have killed with that mask on, like, ghost face is iconic. It's like Billy, the fucking little thing on the tricycle. Yeah, that's what it's called. I was gonna say tripod. That's not right. The tricycle in Saw, just random little dude on a tricycle with swirly things on his cheeks because horror needs toys, I guess. I don't know. CP's a killer in Scream 7. Well, if it's in New York, it I will be. Denmark is now accept Netherlands to be one of the countries with the tallest people. Our average height for men is 182 centimeters or 6 feet tall. Yeah, Scandinavian folk, quite tall. I think it has to do with the sun or vitamin D or something like that. I don't I don't fucking Host was the Skype movie. Well, what was the one where the dude put his hand on a blender? That was kinda fucked. I like that they dabbled in cancel culture and true crime in 6. I hope to do more of it in 7. Yeah, eh eh, don't skate past modern things in like, I didn't realize how much like podcasts and true crime was a thing until Chucky, Dexter New Blood, and fucking Scream 6 did it. I'm like, "Oh, I guess there's really kind of a big deal." And then when you look into it, it's kinda weird. Speaking of which, uh, can I segue? Can I fucking segue? Fucking A, Sean. Where's my pay? I'll take half of what he makes. I'll take half of the Elijah Wood check, and I will be a really weird frother. Uh, I've been asked this many a time, Alonzo. My favorite kill. Oh, not including Jason Lives. Hmm. Well, it's got to be Axel, right? In final chapter, that dude gets fucked up, and he's got it coming to him too. That's what you get for kicking the nurse out that you were like pretty much right down Main Street getting ready to have sex with, but couldn't keep your eyes off the television of that weird. I don't know what the fuck. 80s were weird, man. Why was that on late at night? And how do you get those camera angles? And the funny thing is, there was stuff like that existed that just weird aerobics of just 8 girls just bobbing because that's good for your glutes or something. So, um, anybody who complains about my intro, which was the old school intro, by the way, I'm over here on the duck. Um, I have canceled. Uh, if I stream again, I'm gonna have to relearn OBS. That's gonna be hard. You get points for practically being spot on. For being practically spot on, I'm guessing my height. I appreciate. I will take said points and pocket them. 4 has aged particularly well in that regard. Wait, what? Best name in history, by the way, too. 5'5" and male. I come from short people, though, not little people, just short. 5'5's, dude. If you go to England, 5'5's like 5'8" here, or I don't know. Maybe you're not from America, so what the shit? What the fuck do I know what I'm talking about? So there was 2 things that I wanted to do. I wanted to return, which by the way, Jace, who they haven't done their clock thing yet, so it's what 11:30 a.m. in Australia. Jace, I specifically found it. So whenever you're ready to rock and roll with this fucking thing again, I'm ready. This is I got this and then got evicted. There's like no, I don't even think there's scratches on it. No. Yeah, I think it was a cup holder for a little bit. So, let me crack it open whenever you're ready, Jace. But that was a bad segue. Bad segue. Bad. Um, there are a couple of things that I'm not stepping on toes, Dice, that I kind of wanted to bring back. Um, we should you know what, Dice? We should just like invent a movie trivia channel and just have that be like its own thing where we could kind of all play around in that sandbox. That would be fun, I think. Dice had an incredible um, horror trivia stream, which I got 2 points and had to leave. Again, my availability is quite unstable. I'd like to tell you that the 2 points I got were from something other than Friday the 13th related. I'd like to tell you that. Unfortunately, I can't. But there's things I wanted to bring back, and I don't know, maybe on weekend lives. Maybe I remember I wanted to do them on Sundays, but there's this. I know I've had this opening since forever. Yeah. I hope I didn't jump scare you there. So there's that where I wanted to have contestants where you list off things about movies and like it's kind of like two truths, one lie, or two lies, one truth, or whatever the fuck, two girls, one cup, whatever the fuck the name of that shit was. And you know, you'd have to figure out what's accurate. Like if I just told you guys right now that um the Boston Strangler movie, which went to Hulu, really focuses mostly on Keira Knightley's character to do like a Zodiac type movie, but to appease to the woke agenda and have a female character be the lead who solves all the crimes and stuff. Would I be telling you a fact or fiction? Or wait, what did I call it? I had a name for it. Sorry, it's coming again. Flick or trick. I knew I had it rhyme. Hey, Sky. Oh, hey, sweetie. Wow, we're all here today. A Saw 10 is being made for some reason. Yeah, it's coming out in a few months for some reason. Unfriended. That's it, Sky. You have to get good sun to be tall. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's vitamin D. For you know what that D stands for? Where the fat kid blends his hand. That sentence just looks so bizarre. That seems like some sort of tourism thing that you just come on out to Boston where the fat kid blends his hand. I'm sorry. I'm reading a sentence out of satire. There is no fat kid in question, and blend. I read it like taking white and black and making gray paint. I am very white and short. Checks out. Hmm. I'm 5'8" and 5'9". That's fairly tall for a woman. Yeah, my ex-wife was 5'9", and it was 5'9", close to 5. Actually, before I had my surgery, we were pretty much the same height. If not, she was towering over me. Not not the greatest for well, it's not the greatest for a couple of reasons. Let's just say there are certain activities where you'd like to have a little leverage. Um, you know what I mean. Uh, you need a like some footing to be thrusting and getting up in there. You don't want to have to tippy toe, if you know what I mean. That's of course if you're not laying down. Fuck, what anyway, hey, change of pace. To be honest, I love horror, but never been a fan of Scream. People praise it for how meta it is, but there are other horror movies before it was meta as well. Very good. Like I was gonna say like Scream, like Jason Lives, which it's Mr. Kevin Williamson has gone out and said numerous times that he's basically homaged most of the meta style from Friday the 13th, 6 Jason Lives. Head smash from Jason X is hard to beat, though the rest is awful. Yeah, the rest of the series is awful too, so we'll call it a wash. Jason's death from Final Chapter. Anything where you can get Tom Savini doing something, um, you know, in regards to FX, like even him in the vampire movie from Dusk Till Dawn, where he's got that gun cock that he made. Tom Savini's a shit. And then Tom Savini shot his own head off with a shotgun in a movie in the early 80s. Like go find that scene. Tom Savini made a bust of himself so that he can blow his own head up with a. I think if we all had a Tom Savini, suicide would be down at least like 10%. Like if we all had our own personal Tom Savini, just to know what it would look like and what kind of mess it would make. Like, all right, you know what? Let me go pick some daisies. I'll be all right. See, you can't beat sleeping bag kill. A lot of people are very people have very interesting taste when it comes to what they want to see in a kill. CP is more like the Dewey character, the lovable guy who never dies. Dude, I am like basically dead. Like the amount of shit that is wrong with my body. Sleeping bag kill is iconic. Crispin Glover, that's funny because he asks for something and gets it the hard way. And then, yeah, again, Tom Savini comes back. There's multiple kills in Final Chapter where somebody gets one thing to hold them in place, and then they fucking get something else to really push their shit in. And it's really, really gnarly. And if you like the kills from Final Chapter, may I suggest renting Terrifier 2? The story may be a little thin. There may be points where you are asking yourself, wait, well, why is this a thing? And this doesn't make very much sense. And hold on a second. But the kills are uh, they are something else. I am being sincere when I say that Terrifier 2 should have been nominated for FX. And I mean an Oscar. I genuinely mean an Oscar. There's like a 15-minute kill on a bed, and it's just laborious. Also, the lead actress is Lauren Lavera, looks quite like Emily. So I think by contract, I cannot say anything wrong about her performance or um, anything else regarding the film. And I've actually spoken to Lauren, and she's quite chill. She was on the first Last of Us spoiler episode we did, and it was weird. I felt like I was cheating on my wife with my wife. What a boring thing to do. Oh my god. Yeah, no, the announcements are that I'm taking a break and I'd like to do more trivia stuff. The other trivia other than I'm far behind, aren't I? I know I am. Uh, the other thing other than the bringing back the 2 lies and a truth or true whatever. What was it called? I already forgot it again. Well, anyway, I wanted to bring back a debate type format where, you bring up actors, thespians, if you will, and you have 5 different actors or 5 different categories. I think it should be 5 actors, and you go head to head, and whoever has 3, whoever wins 3, the audience picks based on what their argument is, not based on what they think personally about the actor. You have to remember that I won a debate that the rain in the Notebook was used better than the rain used in Shawshank because my argument was stronger. Do I think The Notebook is a better movie than Shawshank? No. Do I think that any of the performers at the times during any rain scene are better? No. But I caught the short end of the stick, and I happen to know a couple of things about what rain is like, supposed to influence, and the person I was competing against, spoiler, they're from Florida, just just really didn't have much to argue with. But, I wanted to have, like, a debate type thing where 2 people argue, they bring 5 actors, um, strategically choose which one you wanna put against which, flip a coin to see who chooses first, and because they're thespians and it would be a best of 5, can you see where I'm going with the name? Because I made up a word that doesn't exist.
Nobody wins them all.
You can't handle the truth.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
I see all that time with Dane, and now I'm just, like, resorting to play clip. So, where's the corkscrew? Yes. Oh my god, I am so fucking far behind. I was thinking we could set up regular trivia things. We could do regular trivia. Oh, I am, wow, very far behind. Spoilers, he missed. I see. I would have had at least one more point. All right. I'm sorry. I'm 2 truths and a lie. I'm trying to fast forward. Thank you, Dane. Your check's in the mail. 28 people, 33 people. Let's get those likes. What's up? Flicker trick. Oh my god. Depression. Fuck. Long one. I'll look at it. Sorry. CP, have you or anyone in the chat seen The Entity from 1982 with Barbara Hershey? It's a wild movie and based on a true story. She gets attacked and violently struggle snuggled or French kissed if you're over on the initiative. Actually, that sentence sounds weird. Let me disassemble that because French kissed on the initiative makes it sound like it's a hazing process. No, I have not seen that. Savini is a god, indeed. Indeed. Gore Daddy Tom Savini, indeed. Without any famous horror movies, we maybe never wouldn't have gotten a Scream movie. Well, Scream's just, kind of going on the heels of like Halloween, Friday the 13th, these slashers, the big budget B-rated horror film. I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, the depression thing? Is that what it was? Your very own Tom Savini? Usually depends on the manner of death and the gun used. A shotgun will blow your face off, but a small caliber bullet will probably only leave a small entry usually. Yeah, because I don't like talking about real life on this channel. A certain musician who died in 1994 that was rather iconic and part of the 27 Club. When they show photos of that death scene, it doesn't seem very messy at all. Granted, they show us like from the the ribs down. So I mean, if you're yeah, how about we just guys? I really enjoyed Last of Us. That was fun. The wheelchair guy kill his mean. Yeah. Yeah. Again, you get a fucking hatchet in your face, and then, oh, by the way, here's 70 flights of stairs to just roll down while you're in pain until you finally hit your death. I guarantee he paralyzed himself on the way down and then died. That is true, Josh. There is more of a story in Terrifier 2 than there is the first one. 45 Danish krona, Marcy. Tak. If you're taking a break, who should I donate my Danish money to? Uh, anybody. Anybody's good. Dice rolling. Dice takes Danish kroner. Join. Are you on my Patreon, Marcy? I don't think a channel member. Are you a channel member? You don't have to constantly do super chats. It's appreciated. Don't get me wrong. Um, little secret, YouTube has really big hands, and they take the most out of all of these people. Um, I don't want to thwart anybody from supporting anybody, but places like Patreon, I feel like pound for pound, the dollar goes a lot further for everybody involved because you get like a 1 month membership to cool stuff, and you get to look at other exclusive stuff, and the creator themselves gets a bit more than they would of that dollar as opposed to here. But um I appreciate whatever you want to do wherever you want to do it. Support is a support. I want to debate which time. I I just only about movies. Well, if it's against Brian, I just sit there and let him unravel. That's all. Cody still am I competing with Cody? Oh shit. They were from Florida, say less. Oh, you're more than Dane-ish. You're Dane-full. Uh, oh, regular intervals, not general trivia, movie stuff. Yeah, yeah. That it's fun. Like I like stuff because way back when I used to speak to a real human garbage person who's not from Florida, we used to take movies from this book here or an older version of it, and we would just discuss whether or not we thought the movie was a movie you must see before you die. And the chat lit up, and next thing you know, we're talking about whether or not Jaws is actually a drama for an hour, and the chat just opens up and just arguments and why is this in that book but not that, and so on and so forth. Stuff like that. The the what ifs seem to really open up the discourse. And again, it's more fandom than it is, man, this shit sucks, which sucks because if I don't like things, I don't want to talk about them. That's that. Snuggle struggle. Somebody hasn't watched my Bedeviled stream. Horror trivia, which is better, X or Halloween 1978? I'm gonna say X. I wish we could put memes in the chat. That'd be awesome. The Notebook is better. Well, I'm just curious how much he loves X. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. I would I be able to show you? I have Jenna Ortega screaming on my wall. I will say nothing more. Uh, guys, somebody call the police. Comedian and YouTuber has hostage up against his wall. Please send help. And even that's coming off blue. You see, that is a poster of Jenna Ortega screaming from X when she realizes, oh, I'm in the porn industry. No, I don't know. Hello, GM Light. Are we brothers? Thank you for the super chat. I'm very blue. Literally. Mind you, as someone who thinks Halloween is very overrated, X ain't far behind it quality wise. X is a very well made movie. Thank you very much. Probably had more budget. Oh, did somebody ask? Yeah. Yeah. What we were talking about before, that is accurate. Just see, like, that's just a chat right there from Dane at actual fandom, 30% or more. But if you want to put color behind it, if you want to make it like red or this color blue or green, it's going to cost you at least either 30 cents, 60 cents, $3, $50. Like there's no cap. It's just the same thing that would happen if you highlighted a chat anyway. But that middleman, I literally have been around members of the mob who weren't as actually, let me shut the fuck up. Let me just shut the fuck up. I I will let Dice Rollin take that as Dice is trying to get me through as much Lovecraftian stuff as possible. Um, I'm underversed in the Lovecraftian horror universe. Mm, yes, that was the moment of 2022. Brian yelling in every single scene at me, trying to say that RoboCop did satire worse than Starship Troopers. I was just dumbfounded. I'm like, what? Wait, you watched that movie like as a legit movie? Like, is that? I understand you're from another country, but is that genuinely how you feel this country is? We have people that get just murked in the street, and then we turn them into a robot, and then we have rah rah music about it. Okay, that was a good time. I had fun both as a participant and as someone who could appreciate what the fuck that looked like. Oh, yes. Let me try that again. The 101 horror movies you to see before you die is a descendant. It's like all of the movies in here plus maybe 2 or 3 that they left out. Uh, X and Pearl are phenomenal. Facts made at the same time too. Alonzo, what the fuck? As a gay black man, I'm telling you. Well, I'm not telling you. I'm telling you that Kid Cudi shadow is worth the price of admission. Trust me. I mean, I watched what was it? Shame, not knowing that Michael Fassbender's hiding a fucking just utensil between his legs. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Somebody put a snake on Michael Fassbender. Yes, the FBI's on their way. When is Maxine coming out? Sometime this year. Yeah, that's me. How tall are Sean and Brian? I don't know. I know how tall Cody is. Cody is like this on me, and there's video proof. No cap. FR. For real? For real? Is that what that means? Funny riddle? Oh, right. My favorite is Reanimator. I'm getting CP through the Reanimator movies and then perhaps From Beyond. After that, we'll have to see. And I realize that more have come out since. Grown ass men having a heated debate over an 80s action satire is beautiful. I don't know if it was, well, all right, fine. For the sake of not clouding the issue with facts, I don't know so much as I was debating him as I was just like stunned and trying to get clarification of what it was he was saying. He said, I forgot what it was. He was like, you're debating blah, blah, blah. I said, I haven't even started yet. It's fun. I love me some Brian debates. It's just pure entertainment because he does not move. He doesn't budge. Wherever he starts the discussion, that's where he ends. Whether or not you push him off for a second or two, it doesn't matter. He will end in that spot. Yes, Kid Cudi's Cudi is calling. So was that actually a Kid Cudi's tool, not a Mark Wahlberg? Well, I mean, they didn't. There's one scene where it's like nighttime. I don't know why they would have such a such a deceiving shadow cast like that, but I guess I can understand. I mean, he's a porn star. I mean, you get Lexington Steele, same shit. No, I don't know. My number 26 is the original Friday the 13th CP. Get the fuck out of here. Best response from CP ever. The problem was when we first had that argument, he said that part 5 was better and more creative. And I told him that it was essentially the same thing. And now that was his argument this time. And I'm like, wait, so I won that. I'm taking the win if you're adopting my stance on 1 and 5. Uh, Halloween is a 4-star horror classic now. Shawshank. Wait, just now. Shawshank quality, like the fan base says it is. Shawshank is just, yeah. I've heard In the Mouth of Madness is fun. Brian loves him some critters. Yes, and it cost him. It cost him dearly as far as his opinion is concerned. Have we officially announced what we're doing for May? The May 31? Because you guys are involved in that. You guys get to vote. I might have let a bag out of a cat right there. I fucked up. Boob sweat leads to pearl necklaces. $5. Thank you. Someone misunderstood my killer clown shirt today for an ICP shirt. What? For a you've been juggaloed? You're just a juggalo, and everywhere you go. Whoop whoop, juggalo homies. Yeah, it's time to move. Am I caught up? As the resident juggalo, I get it. I'm caught up. I'm caught up. Okay, so anyway, jump scare. Rule of threes. Rule of threes. Jump scare. Flick or trick. Oh, oh, wait, money. Sorry, money first. Oh, look at how much I blend in with that. When it comes to part 5, I agree with Brian. And I not only do I not want you to give me money anymore, um, just flush it down a toilet. How could you? How could you? How could you? How could you be kind with one hand and then punch me with the other? That's unpleasant, Marcy. But again, talk. I will take that dirty money and put it in my pocket. Uh, yeah, it seems like Cody's getting ready for that, and it makes me very, very nervous. Welcome to the present. Part 5 is crap. Yes, yes, yes. And anybody who says enchiladas, like that's not just something funny and whatever. No, no, I'm not having fun with you when you, oh, the enchiladas line. He's taking a shit. Get it? That's my franchise. Cut that shit out. You want to watch a porno? Watch a porno. I don't know. The older I get, the more I'm like, why bother? Just fuck it. Do whatever you want. Just have fun with this stupid thing. Me and my 19-year-old copy, 19 meh, whatever. I don't know when the Blu-ray came out. Me and my old copy of Jason Lives are gonna go to bed. Anyway, so the Boston Strangler has Keira Knightley in a very Zodiac style film where she is the lead actor solving the crime of the Boston Strangler, and it's shot very much like the Zodiac. And it's done so to appease the feminist Hollywood agenda. Is that a flick or is that a trick? Go Roy. That might be worse than what Marcy said. Damn enchiladas. Flick. Sky says Flick. Of course, Sky says Flick. Because Sky's one of those damn racist demonist, demorat. I forgot what I got. I've been called so many things that are so counterproductive to themselves. Flick, 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 flick. That is right. It is an actual movie. It's on Hulu, and it is very much like Zodiac. And Keira Knightley plays the role of a newspaper reporter who is stuck doing, like, again, this movie takes place a very long time ago in the 50s, 60s. Perhaps I don't know. It's almost double as old as I am. Well, the time period. And so she works for the newspaper, and she's covering, like, what to prepare when you have company, those type of articles. And she wants to do the growing list of strangulations because there's a theme to them. And yeah, I guarantee you the grift end of YouTube will find a way to, even if it's a true story, they're going to find a way to make it about Hollywood shoving their agenda down your throat because it's Hulu, and Hulu's owned by Disney. I've been I've been called a Satanist liberal whore. It's a serial killer movie regardless of agenda. I'm sold. Well, that's the other thing that makes it very much like Zodiac. You're not spending too much time with the killer. You're with Keira Knightley. It's Zodiac. You have an idea. You spend much more time, like a ratio of 85 to 15 of solving to killing. But yeah, it very much reminded me of Zodiac, and I gave it 3 stars. And I think right now it is my favorite movie of 2023, which is saying nothing. It's not saying anything. On Spotify, really. Did I like the new Hellraiser? I did. I'm in no rush to see it again, but I wouldn't turn it off either. So, I haven't heard anything about this at all. Doesn't sound like I'm missing much, though. Well, just think of Zodiac with the Boston Strangler angle. That's really it. I mean, it's even shot the same, like the color grading, the tone, like it feels very cover band-y. Right? Of course she wants to cover terrible real life news because she's not satisfied if she can't emasculate the men in her workplace. Immaculate. I'm gonna imagine that was a typo. She can't immaculate the men. Oh boy. Autocorrect is fun, could still work. True crime, true crime killer stories are moving towards that more, where they focus less on the kills because it's exploitative. I agree. If it really happened, cut that shit out. Jeffrey Dahmer does not need to be celebrated. He doesn't need 16 fucking Netflix series with sequels. Uh, Ted Bundy, while I'm sure he was a bit of a charmer back in the day, piece of shit, sociopath piece of shit. Uh, and it's really kind of disheartening that people want to, and true crime is such a I mean, I'm not saying this like I'm looking down on people. It is fascinating how these things happen, but we're propping people up like they're Freddy Krueger, and that's just these people are real. There's some real shit happen. That's not fun. You watch Freddy Krueger, it's makeup. Everybody gets to go home. That's not the case here. I'll just watch Zodiac. Uh David Fincher did direct the best true crime movie. Oh, True Crime. Fuck. I was gonna say Seven, but that's not true. See, Seven, great movie. Not really true. The funniest thing about the true crime community is that it's primarily female. I mean, how many women kill their husbands show are there on like Lifetime and shit? Dangerous Women. Most of my cast when I was moving ahead with the closest I came to making a movie, a lot of the female cast in that project had, you know, experience on either Law& and Order or, uh, whatever the fuck it was. Women Who Kill and fucking Wives Gone Deadly something. CP, maybe for all the Danish kroner I gave to you, you can buy the full version of StreamYard. No, the point is my availability is unstable. Um, but if I can set aside time, I'd like to, especially like on the weekend, maybe Sundays, Sunday night, do a little trivia thing. And if I can't do it, dice, no pressure. See, this is where the trivia channel. Uh, I don't take full. I don't have to take the full brunt if I'm not able to make it, or if I have to leave like I did last time with my 2 points. That should rightfully scare some guys, Guy. That means they know how to get away with shit and get bloodstains out of shit. Well, what about that guy in whatever the fuck? He was like a teacher, and he the four college kids that like just happened, and he drove with his father halfway across the country, and I want to say that was out west. Uh, See, I don't pay attention to the like, not that I don't pay attention to for negative reasons. Well, I don't like I don't dude, I'm depressed. I got so much fucking shit going on here that I know the world's fucked. And when I hear more of it, like it just makes me crummy. The Dahmer one recently, and this is a hot take, I think it handled itself. I think it handled it mostly fairly well. I'm gonna read this in, uh, Newt voice. Come on, give it to me. Why? What? Mostly. What happened? What? Mostly. Why did it what, does the free version of StreamYard just stop letting you highlight shit? I can see why Ted Bundy lured women. He was good looking. Bitch, where? Underneath that unibrow? Well, uh sociopaths. Like he was like a I don't know. If you don't name him and you talk about how people can use charisma in a negative fashion, I think there should be something taught about that and how you shouldn't trust everybody. I mean, they emulated him in Silence of the Lambs. Like, uh, what did he always had like a wheelchair, or he played something weak to let your guard down. That was something that that uh Bill did with the van when he was trying to move his couch. Would you? Would you? I'm not going to read real killer names. I'm sorry. Seven is a great movie. I agree. Brilliance. Crap. Idaho. That's it. Seven is not as good as Zodiac. To each his own. You can say that again. It was a quadruple in Idaho. Yeah, no, yep. A 3-story house and 2 people just slept it off or something, or locked their door. This one over here is always watching court TV and shit, and then talking back to the television. And, every now and again, I'm like, "What the fuck is going? Oh, there's a murder." Uh, Sociopaths like that have superficial charm to lure people in. Yeah. Getting behind again. He would ask them if they'd seen his dog and shit like that. That is horrifying. The Fede Alvarez Girl with the Dragon Tattoo sequel? Oh, didn't that tank? I think that tanked hard. Yeah, you can't listen, if 20th Century Fox learned anything, it's that, Mr. David Fincher knows what the fuck he's doing. David Fincher and Christopher Nolan are like 2 ends of the respectrum. The respectrum. Respect spectrum. And Christopher Nolan's like, "Yeah, I'll do a Batman movie, but I wanna make this really, 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 really expensive movie about dreams." And Warner said, "Yeah, here's everything. Just go. Make us more Batman, please." Alonzo, would it kill you if I said I don't care? And I don't mean to, like, destroy, Friday the 13th fans when I say that. I've seen so many fan films. I've had so much bullshit over the last 7 years of being on YouTube where just like, oh, the new Rings movie made it impossible for Friday the 13th. You know, Paramount fucked themselves over because of Interstellar, or Warner. One of those, I see, I don't even remember what the exchange was, but somebody traded the rights to the Friday the 13th franchise for Interstellar and did nothing with it. Respectrum, I like it. I just like making words. It's terrible for SEO. I know that. Uh, Nobody's going to be searching for respectrum, but just like nobody's going to be searching for Thest of 5. But I would like to have that actor debate thing be called Thest of 5 because they're thespians. It's the best of 5. The best of 5. And they're thespian. Fuck it. If I did lesbians, it could be less of 5. I think it's bedtime. I'm a fan of Brian Fuller as a showrunner, so even a prequel series sounds strange to me. I'm interested. Well, what are they? They're doing that they're doing another one next year of the clown. I'm not doing any sort of advertising for any of this shit. Mike Flanagan's doing Dark Tower series for Prime, and I'm looking forward to that. You too could produce something made by or licensed by Stephen King and not pay out of your ass to try. He's got a list of like 100 of his properties that he'll let you make a film for $1 with, he charges $1 for the license. I think you have to be like a film student or something. Flanagan is the man. The Manigan. Yep. Yep. Fargo season 5 this year. Shit, I better catch up. I never watched the Chris Rock season. Fuck. All right. Yeah, I'm genuinely losing my shit. Wait, what? I've always had the idea that if you wanted a large and expandable cast for a Friday movie, I would say that's the first mistake, but you should have the plot center around cabins in Camp Crystal Lake being turned into Airbnbs. Unique. Slashers are no. Well, you know what? If they make a TV series and they make you care about some of these characters, that would be interesting. All right. Thank you all. I don't know when I'll be live again. I don't know when show business will be back again, especially with the full crew. Subscribe to Actual Fandom. You'll probably see me in pre-recorded fashion there, as close to weekly as possible. Bob, Organized Chaos, the Fandom Initiative, where there's edited pieces of like a greatest hits of stuff we do over there, and Dice Rollin, of course, may adopt and or inherit the 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 trivia shit that I'm bringing up, but again, doing my best to move on. We're getting close to a year here, and I'm too old for this shit. um, Thank you for those of you who drop super chats. I genuinely appreciate it. When I'm able to properly stream and I, Marcy, I sincerely your joke comment, I would genuinely take that and the super chats and put that towards getting another month of a streaming service. I like I'm so last minute, and even when I'm last minute, when it comes to my availability, something happens where I'll be good, perfectly fine for an hour, and then something happens where I just you would think that I drive an ambulance for a living, the way I just disappear for 45 minutes. And I just don't want anybody to depend on my being there. If I'm around, I'm around. And I'm certainly not going to pay for streaming services if I have like no, I can't genuinely set a schedule. Like last week, if you watched the Fandom Initiative and my box office bullshit contribution, we pre-recorded it, and that was kind of like 20 minutes notice. Bob, can we do something? I've got info. I've done this. Can we get together and blah 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 blah. And he managed to push the production meeting either back or forward to make it all one lump sum. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Just rotate the pillows, please, because you know how I like the cool end on the top. Thank you. I just see you as Batman. And with that,